Hi. The option I'd like to discuss with you now is short selling your property to an investor. Now this sounds a little bit like selling your property to an investor, and it is, except short sales add a whole other layer of complexity to the transaction. This involves getting the bank to say yes, and that includes appraising the property, knowing what it's worth, knowing what the bank's pressure points are, and convincing them to agree to the sale. It also involves some things that are unique to the homeowner, knowing how it's going to affect taxes, knowing about whether there's going to be a deficiency judgment, and so forth. And for those reasons, I don't recommend using an agent, because an agent simply won't do those things, and an agent isn't going to necessarily sell your house. According to the local real estate boards, real estate agents can sell your house in a short sale and get approval from the bank, maybe 10% or so of the time. Some are a little bit better. Some agents actually have in-house experts and have reasonably okay approval rates, but most do not, and that's really the issue. And practically all of them won't be able to help you in terms of the taxes and helping you price the property correctly to avoid the deficiency judgment, to avoid the taxes, and also you need to avoid the deficiency judgments, and they're not really qualified to help you with that. The other thing is, convincing the bank to take a lower price than the amount of debt. Most agents don't do that. All they do is they submit the offer to the bank and they wait and they follow up and make some phone calls. And they're really not interested in doing that. Their job primarily is to sell houses, and they find a buyer, they submit to the bank. That's pretty much all they do. So this is why agents aren't the best. Now in my company, I do all of the above, and I help the homeowner understand the tax issues, the deficiency judgment issues. I can point them in the right direction for getting credit repair, credit card debt resolution. It's important because if a homeowner is at or near bankruptcy, these transactions need to be handled in a certain way to avoid the taxes. Many homeowners who are behind in their payments are also behind in their credit cards. So it's really important to approach these matters in the right way to avoid the taxes. And I really can't stress that enough. So if you need a short sale, I highly recommend that you find an investor who's experienced and who's going to get you through the transaction successfully.